All right, let's say we talk about this whole RGT thing. So RGT recently made some waves on the end of his room tour video where he exclaimed to his audience that he would be selling off some of his games that he had no use for anymore. And because of that, it's caused quite a bit of backlash in the YouTube gaming community for one reason alone, and that is the ultimate question that people have asked for a very long time. What happens to the games that get sent in to larger creators, and are they allowed to do what they want with them? Because ultimately, it's theirs after it gets sent to them. I mean, I think there's a expectation that when a game is sent to you, that you keep it, like for sentimental reasons. You look at the game not so much as a video game, but as, I don't want to say a trophy, but like something to remember a moment by. And a lot of people have concerns with Shawn Long going into this mode of selling games that it could dip into some of those games that were sent to him. Now, I do want to be clear, Shawn has since come forward and said that he has no intention of selling any games or items that were sent to him by fans. So I don't want there to be any conjecture in this video of me thinking that he's a slime ball or anything like that, because Shawn has been a good dude to me and I take him at his word. But it still brings up an interesting predicament, something I wanted to talk about in a lot more detail today. And everyone who's going to hate this video or get mad at Shawn, you're not going to change their minds. So Shawn, if I were you, I would stop contacting and reaching out and responding, because it's only going to hurt in the long run. People are going to just make up things to be mad at about with you. And I mean, I already saw it today. You commented on the original Immoral video talking about it, and it comes across as potential damage control, even though that obviously I know isn't your intention. That's how some people can see it. People who look at you with a negative perspective, people that just see the worst in you, they're going to try to find any outlet to exacerbate that. I mean, I know that because people do it to me too. So commenting on hater videos, I don't even want to call the Immoral a hater, but commenting on videos that always seem to paint people in a bad light, it doesn't really work. Like, it's not going to make you look any better, because the people that believe in you and trust you and like you, they're not going to be affected by a video like the Immoral made. People that hate you are going to look at that comment as even more of a reason to hate you, because they think by you commenting you have something that you're trying to hide, or that you're covering up and changing your mind about something because you were caught in a lie or something like that. But back on point to the main thing I wanted to talk about with this video, and that is, what do these people do with their games and all this video game memorabilia that gets sent to them? Because should there be an obligation to keep it? Should they have to hold on to everything? I look at someone like, let's say Woodhawker, for example, who gets a crap ton of stuff sent to him on a monthly basis. So much stuff that you need a wheelbarrow, multiple wheelbarrows, a truck to fill with games and memorabilia and items relating to video games. Is Wood supposed to just buy a bigger house to put this stuff in? No, like, he needs to keep it. This, which goes back to another point. Don't worry, I'm going to get to it. You already saw, most of you who have followed the channel for a while know my feelings on the whole what's in the box or the P.O. box mailing stuff, and how I got rid of my P.O. box. And I'll link that video here because I think that's very applicable. I think the P.O. box situation is only bad news. It's only bad. Like, it can start out with the best intentions. When I started mine, I had the best intentions. I wanted to feel important. I wanted to have a deeper connection with the community. It wasn't so much about the physical material of the games, but it was just the idea of if somebody would send me stuff, then it would justify me doing YouTube. It would make me feel all warm and cuddly inside. And ultimately, it didn't work out for me. And a lot of people use that when I say that. They use that as, oh, I'm just a hater now because YouTube didn't work out for me the way I expected. It's, no, I'm just being real. YouTube didn't work out the way I expected to. In fact, it's actually worked out a lot better for me since I started doing these videos driving to work. But the P.O. Box is a dangerous, dangerous road to go down. And when I made my P.O. Box video and why I think it's something that creators should really consider not doing, especially large influencers, is because of stuff like this. And this is just one of many things that could come up, that could, a situation that could arise, that could really throw a lot of doubt and add questions to how people feel about you as a creator. Having the P.O. Box initially, like I said, sends good messages and signals and creates a community, and it's awesome. But when you get to the point of having to rent a truck to get stuff to your house, that is concerning. And I know for a fact Woodhawker does giveaways when it's duplicates on games that he already has. He doesn't, from what I understand, doesn't sell the games secretly or anything like that. He just does giveaways or has a crap ton of duplicates and has a ton of just stuff stockpiled in his house for doomsday. I don't know what the hell he's doing with all this stuff. But that isn't really the point. The point is having the P.O. Box creates the situation in the first place. And that in itself is the problem. And now I did see Jason Overthink Gaming's video, which, by the way, Jason knocked it out of the park with his video. He did an excellent job with the research and putting clips of Shawn Long together that made me smile. And it didn't really, it wasn't aggressive. It did paint Shawn in a different light than I typically do. It was a very well done video. And he said in that video that Shawn Long admitted during a Spawncast that he would be opening his P.O. Box again in the future and doing more What's in the Box videos. Shawn, please do not do that. It's a bad idea. Trust me. Like, if there's anything anyone takes from this video, I hope it's Shawn, which I know you'll be watching. I hope you truly take into consideration how bad that might make you look in the community. I think for the most part, now, I'm sure people will disagree with me here, but you are looked at as one of the more real people out of the Screenwave group, one of the more relatable people. I feel like I have a good communication with you. I feel like I can always, if I ever need to talk to you, I can just hit you up. But I feel like this video needed to be made because it's not just you. It's a situation that is a question for all influencers in especially the retro video game scene of if P.O. Boxes are acceptable, if they're okay, and most importantly, what creators are supposed to do with all these games that continually get sent to them and put them in a predicament where they have to either put up or shut up. They either have to hold all their games in their house, the library of games stacked everywhere, become a hoarder, become the John Hancock of P.O. Boxes where you just have games everywhere. Oh my God, the truck next to me is squeaking brakes so hard it's really annoying. I'm sorry. This is what I get for driving to work and doing videos. But anyways, one more time. Nope, he's going for it. Okay, he's got it. Now, most importantly, I want everyone to understand that I'm not hating on Shawn. I'm not hating on Wood. I'm not hating on anyone when I say the P.O. Box situation is a bad idea. It's very concerning when you get stuff from fans and you just keep it. Like, to an extent, it's awesome. Like, I got packages I'm sending to people that I love right now because I am just like, I get how it's important. Of course, these packages going to smaller creators because it makes a much bigger impact to people that don't have people sending stuff to them all the time. I'm all about supporting smaller channels. I'm all about making sure that people feel loved and wanted and a part of the community. The P.O. box and sending stuff to people isn't always bad, but when you get to being a large creator, you start having questions thrown in on what you do with that stuff. And honestly, like, that comment at the end of your room tour video was just a bad idea. Like, really, I gotta be real, it was a stupid thing to say. Even if you are getting rid of the stuff, like, full disclosure is important, but don't just give it away. Don't just say it on a end of a video to people who are watching you because they're watching your every move. Like, if you want to get rid of stuff because it's overfilling your house, like, sell it on eBay or something. Don't tell people. It's just funny to me. Now, that tells me a couple things. One, I don't think Shawn had malintentions with this. I don't think he really is selling off or even planned on selling off any of the stuff that was sent into him. I don't look at him as that type of person. But ultimately, I go back to the very beginning of this video. The first question that I had is it okay? These things are given to him. Now, they might have the expectation of holding on to these items because they have sentimental value, and these people, the fans, the viewers of his show, love him so goddamn much that they just want to send him stuff to feel noticed, appreciated, just that he sees the people who are watching him, and they establish some sort of connection beyond just watching. Like, it's a way to connect with the creator on another level. And I get it. But what are these creators supposed to do if they have the P.O. box open and they have all these things? Is it okay for them to sell it? Or are they obligated to take it to the grave with them? Like, where do you draw the line? It's a bad situation. It's a bad question to have to ask. And that's why ultimately, when you become a larger creator, the whole idea of having a P.O. box is really just not good and should be reconsidered by everybody who's a large creator, especially in the retro video game scene. Hell, especially in the video game scene in general. I would just say YouTube in general. Just don't have a P.O. box. Just don't do it. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Shawn Long situation that's seemingly blown up overnight. And honestly, I think on the surface, it's a bad look. And I think that's why it's getting so much underground attention right now. But I think realistically, it's not that big of a deal. It's really not. But, I mean, people are going to make it a big deal to get the attention. And I'm not saying that to defend Shawn. I'm just saying, from my perspective, people send him the stuff. It's his. He can do what he wants with it. Which is why I wouldn't send a lot of stuff to people that get a lot of stuff. Because ultimately, people aren't sponges that can just retain everything. Ultimately, they have to get to a point where they have to realize what they're going to hold on to and what they're not. Now, like I said, Shawn said he's not getting rid of any of this stuff that was sent to him by fans. I'll take him at his word for that. But that doesn't remove the question that I have ultimately of, do you take all this stuff to the grave? Honestly, I'm just being real. There's got to be a point where, you know, people's interests change, their motivations change, their loves change, and are they going to be expected to just carry around everything where they go? It's just, don't have a P.O. box. I guess I'm getting at. I'll leave the video right there because I'm starting to ramble. But yeah, I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say about this. If creators who do have a P.O. box, if they have an obligation to keep everything, or if it's theirs because it's sent to them, they can do what they want with it. Let me know in the comments. I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, you stay smashing.